Hey guys, so I decided to do a kind of lunch date makeup look, and this is what I came up with. If you guys like it, definitely stay tuned for the video, and be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave comments below and subscribe for anything else that you would like for me to post or do or whatever, because I'm here for you. Bye. So I'm just going to start with putting a headband on to keep my hair out of my face, and so to make my makeup a little bit easier so I can get really up close to my roots. I'm taking a moisturizer. It's a matte moisturizer. It's called Shine Free something. I'd already applied that before the video started. Then I'm taking my Maybelline BB cream in Deep, and I'm kind of using that as a primer and also to add a little extra coverage for my face. And I'll be applying that with a Sephora Dome Stippling brush. And I just put it on one of the steel palette things. I'm not really sure. I ordered it off Amazon. I just got tired of putting foundation on the back of my hand and it ending up on my shirt later because I'd forget to take it off. So I'm just applying that BB cream all over my face and down my neck and just kind of blending it all out with that same stippling brush. And then whatever excess is left on my palette, I'm also applying a little bit excess on there. And just blend in and blend. Okay, we're done. And now I'm thinking I'm taking my Makeup Forever Full Coverage Concealer, and I'm once again applying it to that foundation palette to keep it from being on the back of my hand. And you can see that I applied it in a different spot than I applied the BB cream. And now I'm taking a beauty blender. That's their black one. I forgot. I don't know if it's just called the black one or what. Because I know the white one's called Pure, right? Random. Sorry. So I'm just applying that under my eyes. I'm going to apply it around my nose. I'm going to apply it around my lips, under my chin or down my chin, all around. Anywhere where I have discoloration or where I get that kind of hair shadow, like that a shadow on your lip where you think you have facial hair but really it's not there. It's just kind of like a dark shadow on your lip. I don't really know how to explain it, but people who have it know. So I'm just applying a little bit more concealer all over just so I can see that all the blemishes are covered to my liking. And then I'm going down my neck because if you don't blend it down the neck then it just looks rough, and nobody wants to look rough. They want to look beautiful. Alrighty, so I'm just messing with my hair. Now I'm getting my Nars Balance Foundation, and this is in color New Orleans. I believe I used it in another video. I am placing it on that same foundation palette, and I was just trying to get like 3 drops, and it got real fast. Real quick, real fast. It started spinning out real fast. And I'm taking the round end of my same beauty blender that I used to put my concealer on, and I'm applying my foundation with it. So I typically just pat it on first, and then I try to like pat it in to blend it. I don't know. In my head it makes sense, but when I say it, I feel like it sounds dumb. So yeah, and also I'm watching TV. I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. If you guys haven't seen the show, it's awesome. It's so funny. I can't remember the main character's name, but he did the song I'm on a Boat. Totally random. Has nothing to do with me doing my makeup right now, but that's what I was distracted by. So I'm just applying that foundation all over my face and watching TV, and I got something in my eye as always. And I'm just blending and blending and blending all over my face, and I'm going to go down my neck now and using whatever I've left over on my palette. You guys can see that like dark spot on my neck. That is my birthmark. I rarely cover it just because I kind of like my birthmark. I think it's kind of cool. If you guys can tell, my hair has switched. I put up my hair because it's getting more in the way, and I just put it up with a comb. And this is a dark circle eraser from Maybelline, I want to say. I honestly don't remember the color. It was like the darkest color that they make, and so yeah, I just use that under my eye over like all the other stuff, just because if I did it under, I feel like it's almost too light, if you know what I mean. So I use it more for like highlighting powers than really concealing. Once again, I went back in that beauty blender. Could better say it, beauty blender, yeah. But I'm blending out all that concealer again. You guys can tell I wore a ton of concealer this day. This probably started out as a date look, and then I got really into it and I just got a little bit crazy. So I used it to highlight my forehead, under my eyes, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And we're just blending that out, and it looks nice. Except I think I missed a spot, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. So now we're taking the Makeup Forever Microfinishing Powder and a Real Techniques contour brush, I want to say it is. I could be wrong. But I use it for like powder and setting my under eye concealer. And we're just going to apply a generous amount of powder, and we're actually going to let that sit on our face so that it can kind of cook or bake or whatever you want to call it and help keep those creases from coming under our eye, because that's not cute. makes you look old. And I just do a light dusting kind of like throughout the center of my face, just because I feel like it doesn't crease as much, except for right under my nose. I got a lot. Yeah. And so now that we've got my powder on, we're going to start in the eye. So I'm taking Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in Original, of course, and that's just a little tester. I put it once again on that foundation palette just to keep it off the back of my hand because I make a mess. And so I'm applying that all over my eyelid. All over. Blending. Applying. Back to watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine because that show was awesome. Random. Applying. Okay, so now we have our primer on. Just kidding, I'm still applying. Okay. Now I'm taking an eyeshadow brush, it's a large eyeshadow brush, and I'm using the Tartlette Palette. I'm using the color Force of Nature all over my lid. Kind of is like a good neutralizing color for my eyelid. So you guys can tell it doesn't show up too much different from my skin tone, but it's kind of like a good color to have on your lid to have like some kind of blending surface that all your colors will blend together nicely and it's not just like eyeshadow to skin to skin to eyeshadow to skin. If that makes sense. In my head it makes sense. I don't know. Out loud sometimes I don't make sense whatsoever. So that's now it's all nice over my lid. I feel like it gives kind of like a nice matte tone as well. And then next I'm going in with Chickadee from Makeup Geek. Whoops, sorry. With a blending brush from Sephora. It's from their professional line. And I'm kind of just putting that all over my eye. So kind of focusing a little bit in the crease area, but also sweeping up any excess like over the entire lid. Just so we have like a good pop of yellow in there. I don't know why. I've been doing this a lot lately. I just feel like it adds a little bit of something. So there's like color everywhere and it looks nice. It looks blended. It looks like, oh, it's not two colors and they're just randomly everywhere. But we're doing way more than two colors. I think I did like 4 in this look, so just keep watching. Okay. Now I'm taking, another eyeshadow brush. I can't see, I'm so sorry. Taking another eyeshadow brush and I'm using Cocoa Bear. And I'm going into the crease and like the outer corner of my eye. And I'm trying to blend that in as nicely as possible. Kind of transitioning from Chickadee. Not quite covering it all of Chickadee up, but covering a majority of it. But still allowing for some of that yellow to pop through. Right, now we're done with Cocoa Bear, and so I'm just taking a Sigma blending brush and I'm just blending those 3 colors together that I've used so far. Because blending is key. Now I'm taking another eyeshadow brush, and I don't know the name of this color, but it's a very sparkly, shimmery pink color, which when I think date, I think kind of like the girly pink colors. It's not always which I wear on a date, but that's just what I think of. I definitely know it's a MAC color. I just couldn't tell you what it was even if I wanted to. I'm very sorry. And so I just put that towards the center of my lids where I didn't put any Cocoa Bear. Now I'm going back in with Cocoa Bear with a Toki Doki blending brush. And I'm applying that all over the places where I already had Cocoa Bear, just a little bit lighter, just kind of enhance that color a little bit that wasn't there before. And what I might have covered with our shimmery pink color, I'm going back in with the Sephora blending brush and blending it up and out so that it looks nice so we don't have any harsh edges. And then back with Cocoa Bear. And then back with Sigma blending. And now I'm brushing off all that excess powder with my Sephora powder brush. Sephora large powder brush? No, Sigma powder brush. I feel like I should brush off a little bit more. And so that is a Maybelline Bouncy blush. I don't remember the color, but these used to be really popular and they kind of like went out. I don't know what happened. But I depotted them and I put them in a Z palette and I just did a little bit and I put some like cheeks areas in my Laura Mercier cream contour palette, and I'm using the number 3 color, I want to say is a number 3 or number 4, and I'm just using that with a foundation brush from Sephora, and I just realized how serious that line is. I can never tell these things like when I'm shooting the video, but when I rewatch it I'm like, dang, girl, dang. But yeah, so we're just going through and we're just contouring my cheeks today. I don't know why. Sometimes I don't like to contour my whole face because I don't feel like it goes. Just like it doesn't contour right all the time. I don't know if in my head if that makes sense, but yeah. So I'm taking my beauty blender. I'm just kind of blending that out nicely. I like cream contours, I should say, just because if I mess up, it's a lot easier for me to like blend it out than it is for a powder. I feel like with the powder, I have to start over. So that is my little bit of contour, and now I'm going in with a Sigma contour powder brush, and I'm using my 6 contour blush palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm just using that dark color to kind of set that contour really nicely on both sides. You guys can tell that's kind of dark, but I will go in a little bit later with some more powder right there. So that's my MAC Studio Fix powder in C8, and I'm using a, what is that, Real Techniques powder brush to kind of apply that powder everywhere, to blend out my contour, to kind of set my face for the final time, tone down my blush a little bit, and I'm taking that, a Real Techniques highlighting contouring brush, I don't remember what I said earlier, and Nars Matte blush, and I'm kind of using that as a highlight for under my eyes, and I'm setting my face with the, I don't know what I said it with, what was it? Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, and I'm taking the Benefit Thorough Mascara and applying that onto my lashes. As you guys can tell, I did not put on liner for this look. I feel like for me, sometimes when I put on liner, I go too far. So now I put on some kind of lip color here, and you guys will find out later that I you'll see what I use on my lips in just a second. So I used that cream blush from NYX, and I believe it was called like Red Cheeks or something, and I just used it as a kind of lip color because at the last moment I decided I wanted a bright lip color. And I'm just brushing out my hair because, girl, it looked rough. And I am already dressed and ready to go, so now that's just a finished look. Hope you guys enjoyed my video.